There we go. I forgot I changed everything for a meetup, and so then I had to redo it all back to the regular stuff. All the regulars. So, how are you guys doing? You having fun? I've been had a busy week. I recorded a talk this morning for a conference. I do have a link to that conference somewhere. I think this is it. It's somewhere. Yeah, there it is. DreCon, and I can't believe I don't have a link to that. Let's... DreCon. Look at this me! Right there. They do unfortunately always make everything not as fun. You know, also, I feel prepared. Look at that. My talk is ready. So, you know. Ready to go. I wonder how I know how they chose me. I wonder how they chose the other speakers. Little, I don't know. I have no idea. Other things, we have Go West. Look at this. Look at how pretty that is. I mean, most of the information's from last year, including the tickets that you definitely cannot buy, but this part's up to date. This is, you know, great. Definitely, like, it's Go West Conf, not Go West, because we all know I can't spell. Like, we all know you want to submit your talks to this, right? And then, of course, in case we all forget, like this, seriously, guys. There am I. There am I again. There I am. There am I. It's like thalidomide. In case we'd forgotten, the most important thing and the only thing I get paid for is this. Way more important than anything else. Mostly because of the amount of freaking time I'm putting into it. I mean, if I could literally bill them for the amount of hours I've spent anxiously stewing over this, we'd easily have probably 150 billable hours of just anxious stewing. But you know, I don't think I get billable hours. Actually, I know for a fact I don't get billable hours. So yeah, today we got chill vibes in the music department. Very chill vibes in the music department. I can't complain though. We got just chill vibes everywhere, I guess. Oh, Docker running? I know. Oh my goodness, I doubt Docker's running. Nope, Docker's running. So, we had a lot of people streaming today. Last time, I mean, there were a lot of people streaming today. When I was looking at when I was on Twitch earlier. So, I apologize for that yawn. That's no nice. Elgato wall mount. Elgato Shock. I mean, I do have a cheap mount. Quadcast boom mic stand. No, I don't know. I don't know. Why is this one more expensive than the other one? I don't know. The low profile one, I mean. Yeah. Whew. So, what can I say? Besides today's Friday. Friday is stream day. Friday is relax day. Took my dogs to the dog park. Yeah. Recorded a talk, took my dogs to the dog park. It's cold but sunny. I got a drink. My cup is apparently too green. It's not the same color as my green screen, but I'm hydrating invisibly today. We love invisible hydration, right? Should we cheer for that? Can you hear that? I feel like that's really quiet. Those cheers. Are those like cheering quiets? What about clapping? Can you hear the clapping for the invisible vibration? It still seems super quiet. I don't know why. Maybe it's just quiet in my headphones. That's also relatively possible. So, I was going to make a directory today for quiz questions. Quiz-questions. Because part of this activity is questions that are going to trip people up on Go. And I found some good ones. I've discovered in a lot of my research that I've been doing for the past minutes. And then we need to make, in order for this to work appropriately, each one has to be a main.go. So, we do need to have a folder for each one. Make dir quiz questions, question 1. Two. I'm only planning on doing 10. That seemed like an appropriate 65. Question number 65, I think, is the appropriate number of questions. And then we're gonna move 65. Oh, we'll just make dir 6 and then not, right? That should work. So if I them question 1 main.go. That'll work. I find that you can really stump people when you start messing around with memory allocation. Because at least, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only person that doesn't think about it when I'm writing software, but I doubt that. I'm pretty sure most people don't think about it when they're writing software. So this is the first one. And so we should put quizzes up though, right? Oh, go please module is required at the home of the workspace. It is. You want to know why? Because we're not in the Go path. Go mod init. Oh god. I should be able to do go mod init here. Like, I'm pretty sure I could. I can if it's in the Go path. I know this. Go mod init. Don't I have that? Oh. Go mid. Go mod init. Not GitLab, GitHub. No. Yeah. If I do this, will that do it? All matched packages. That's because I don't have a main.go here. And this will be gross code. So now if I do, yeah, it should work fine. I knew that. I knew all the things, but I guess my foot hurts? I guess that's the truth. Right now, my foot hurts. And yes, I don't know what else to say. What else can I say? That I'm on Twitch. Soup Heat. And that everybody should watch me on Twitch. On an airplane back from Canada. I have never been to Canada. Never been there. So, have you been to Canada? And what's it like? Okay, so for question number 1, I do have 5 of these questions already. We may change them. Don't know. So we are making a slice of snow. Yes, this is a slice of strings. We're defining the length. We're saying something a of 0 and then equals hello. And then we're gonna append a equals append a world. So you can append a world to things. And then we're gonna print. And so basically what most of these examples end up being is what prints to your standard out. Which is how we debug, correct? Yes, it is how we debug. And then the question is firm what is the output? I believe this one was a trick question where we return an error. The reason being, we have oh, that's not a slice. See? That's why. The first argument to append must be a slice, and this is not a slice. This is an array. It's an array of 2. And that is why we are getting an error on the quick fix, which is a linter error. Not that. So if we were to run it, it would say invalid argument, first argument. I mean, it would say first argument. No, yeah. It says invalid because it's not a slice, is an array. Where's S? Which is true. Append will not work since it's an array. Now, if I wanted to make it a slice of... I mean, it's really easy. When you define slices, you would do this. No, you would do a make. You would have to do a make with that. And you would make it... So this is an array of capacity and length 2. If you wanted to make it a slice, you would say A equals make slice. See, these are good things. These are the kinds of things, and then you would say 2, right? And this makes the slice as opposed to the array, which would resolve my quick fix error, which is great. This is exactly what I want. I want people to be able to run it, and I'm glad that the linter works. Like, a good point of this is the linter prevents you, and the compiler, prevents you from doing stupid errors. I do know that this is the linter because it says quick fix from Go Meta Linter autosave. This is something else. Anyway. Yay! So let's go ahead and do another one. Quiz question 2, main.go. Right? We're having fun with these. Oh, that was question 5, not question 1. Crook and B! How are you doing, Crook and B? I'm glad you joined us today. You like my gopher explosion? Oh my gosh, this music is slow. Super slow. Oh, this is still slow. Come on. Can you just give me some not slow music for a minute? Okay. Even though we were having fun with slices of arrays versus strings. Okay, so what does this give us? Oh yeah. And this is gonna be fun. So this one is not gonna like me because, oh, it did work. It's gonna run a C undefined math. You can't see C. But the question, what does this output? It's gonna say math is undeclared, which is the whole point. This whole point is it's supposed to say undeclared, broken, yay! You know, trick questions, starting out soft. Another thing is, I guess, the whole motivation, just to explain myself thoroughly again. Oh, I didn't know that you can do emotes the same way you do them in Slack. What? No way! If I do a colon and then type an emote, it gives me emotes. No! Since when? Entropy wins, Mercy's wing, Harley wink. Sorry, I'm having too much fun with Twitch chat right now. And the emotes are not popping up on my wall. That's sad. Anyway, this works as corrected. Corrected. Expected. Question trace. Which is actually 2 on my slides. Oh my goodness. It's just do an edit main.go. Now this would be an edit, not that main.go, but questions, question, trace, main.go. Question, trace, main.go. What if I did everything in Spanish? I think I would run out of words. Okay. So, this is an interesting one. I don't know. We'll have to see if we like these. Var B bool, var S bar. And then fumpt.println. So, we have some interesting things here. You have %v, well, quotation mark, %v, 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 %q, dash n for new line. Oh, and this isn't a print line. This is a printf, right? Because we're formatting it. And then we want to do I, which should be 0. Float 64 should also be 0. Bool should default to false. And S, just be S to an empty string. Print GIF. Now Q, to refresh my memory. Golang. Print %q. I think my computer just told Googly just told me what time that it was. Oh, that doesn't help. Googly just told me it was 2 p.m. %q, a single quoted character. Do I want Q or V? I don't think it makes a difference if it's Q or V, besides the fact that it's a single quoted character. Right? Because we're not defaulting to that. So, I'll leave it as Q, but I doubt it makes a difference. Right? If we do go run, it should, yeah. Okay, doesn't make a difference. Okay. Question 4. Main.go. Oh my goodness, Nightbot is excited today. Oh. Chat's quiet. Can we start the crickets for chat? There you go, chat. Yeah, but chat's hard to be excited when 2/3 of you are just actually me. So even though Crookenbee, my friend Crookenbee did follow. Crookenbee. Right? Something like that. Hey, how you doing, DeHonte? Oh, shush. No booing. DeHonte. How are you doing today? Did you have a delightful week? Full of exciting adventures? Well, I had a thunderstorm last night. Freaked out my dogs just for a second. It blew over really fast. Ooh. This one was some... Oh, yeah. This one I didn't do what does it print out, but David is okay? Yeah, but how am I gonna remember you're David? DeHonte. Like, DeHonte, I have to remember that your name is David. D is for David. David. I'm always sleepy. I'm sleepy every second of every day. I am always ready for bed. I tried to take a nap during like my lunch today, but my dogs did not want me to. They woke me up. Today I'm working on some exercises. Just some basic like I guess I'm doing an O'Reilly course, and a course for O'Reilly in a couple weeks. I'm presenting it, and I'm just doing some prep work for it. So that's the course. So I'm writing some of the solutions to my quiz questions. I'm giving people opportunity, like, and the quiz questions are read this code and guess what it's going to print out. This one actually is the only one that prints with 1044 because it's running a square. When I do it the other ways, it's just adding one. This one doesn't add one, it squares it. So instead of printing 1,000, it'll print 1024 as a square. So, which is, anyway. You know, we gotta love, which is fine. Tape, quiz question 5. Oh, I forgot to do that again. Main.go. And then I'll probably refactor some of the examples, the exercise examples that I have. Oh, you're welcome. I am happy to give you updates all of the time. I'll give you updates on everything, like meetups, or life events, or talks, or the weather. I can give you great stories from The Onion that are fake news, like in the literal sense that they're fake. I watched... I've been watching weird shows. I can give you updates on the weird shows I've been watching. What am I printing here? Oh, this is the fun one where we get to do pointer address stuff. Gotta love your pointers. So we have P, right? So P is a pointer to I. When we update, so the rub here, is that, not capital P. Stop it! Don't do that. My OBS was trying to delete things on me. So when you do this, we're gonna print. I stole most of these examples from the Tour of Go and then edited them a little bit, because they've really fleshed out the Tour of Go. So here, because I am printing not the address, but the value stored at the address of the pointer, that's the dereference, this should print the value of I, which is 42. Here, I update the value at the address of P to 21, but the value at the address of P is not I, it's the pointer to I, if that makes sense. So, because it started out, it's a great exercise on how they work. So when you do this and you print ln I, it'll still be 42. But because it's a pointer to a value, it has to do with addresses and stuff, and I think I still don't like fully grasp it. Like, it makes sense sometimes, and then sometimes I'm like, what's a pointer? What's an address? Why are there pointers and addresses, and how do you dereference things? That's one of the reasons why I have not spent as much time doing Rust as I would like, because they don't call them pointers. They do call them like references or something, but memory allocation, addressing, and then referencing in Rust is so critical to how your function works. You do like have to have a mental grasp on it. I do not have to have a decent mental grasp on memory allocation and the underlying features of that to write decent Go. So, like, that's one reason why I don't really, like, write Rust, like, at work. And why, like, it was not a hard choice for me to choose a Go job over a Rust job. Like, it wasn't. Because I can still do so much without diving into the internal semantics. Okay, now with this one, J is 2701. Again, we say P starts, like P, when we define P, it's a pointer to J. So we're saying the value of P is a pointer to an underlying value which matches the value of J but does not equal the value of J. It no longer I. And so then here we operate on the dereferenced P, which is 2710, dividing that by 37, and then anyway. But we do not, we still have J. Let's go ahead and also print out the dereferenced that. So if we do go run, yeah, J is 73. Why did I say the answer was A? The answer is clearly C. I did this wrong. Aren't you so glad we can check ourselves? Yeah, okay, this does make more sense. They do have the same underlining values, but the question is, if I change J, Go is amazing, David. Go's the best language. Rust is too hard. I really love how this cup gets messed up by the green screen filter. And you can tell exactly where the water is because it makes it dark. Everywhere the water isn't is transparent. And everywhere the water is, I know what to do with. Okay, well that's interesting. Clearly, my slides are wrong. I'm not showing you my slides because I'm not quite sure what the IP licensing say here. I do know for a fact that the GitHub we're using should be open source, so that's like chill. Hi, Cowtail. And Ferris is... I did say, when I was on the Rust versus Go panel at Rust Lab Conf out of Italy, I said I would not commit to Rust full time until somebody sent me a Ferris. So, you know, I have gophers. I've got lots of plush gophers, but nobody sent me a plus Ferris. So, you know, that's pretty much where we're at. What are our... Yeah, this is... I changed that to now be... So now we should see here is 42. This is 21 because we define it to the value that's dereferenced, which is the same value as the underlying value of I. There is no underlying value because I is not a pointer. So, but the address of the value of P is the value of I. Or something like that, right? Some kind of mumbo jumbo, right? Question 6. Okay. Yeah, anyway, so apparently you can make your own plush Ferris, but they don't, like, give them away. There's not either, like, not as many Rust conferences, or, like, maybe Mozilla's not, like, as on top of the ball. We already did this one. Jay Numeno! You missed. But I did hydrate for you. We already did this one. No, you can only drop once until the game resets. You know this. Don't keep breaking the rules. Oh, these are all duplicates. I only have 5 questions, and now I have to come up with the rest of them. Yeah, just a question in previous exercise. How did you print P, pointer to P and J? Why did I print them instead of I? Oh, I don't remember. Where is my things? Oh, right here? We print I, so I have P, I, and then I was just printing P again. Like, this is really the exercise, right? I mean, this is what we, right here, we have a P. In order to, if I just printed this, it would give me the address of the pointer as opposed to the value. You can run drop again. Oh, that shouldn't, oh, I have to save it. Oops. That's a lie. See how that gives me the address of the pointer with P, as opposed to the value that the value pointed to? Well, the value stored at that address is the one I want. The value stored at the address of P is I. So that's why here I dereference P to find the value stored at P, which is, in fact, I initially, right? On line 8, it is I, but on line 12, we changed the value stored by the value stored at the address of the pointer P to be J. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's weird. The other thing that's weird is I always forget the correct words. Right. Because words matter sometimes, and like when you're describing things like this, words definitely matter. So I do have an example for this one that I thought was really cool. It's again kind of harping a lot of this stuff. Actually, hey Jay Numeno, are you here? Are you still on the chat? 'Cause I've got one. I've got one that's real good. That may or may not be your code. So we are going to have a value. I do not know quite how to express this, but it was a really good thing. So I'm just going to write down what I remember, and then I'll figure out how I want to express it. But basically, we had this if D, comma, OK equals to an interface of some struct S dot, and then what we do here is we have a different interface here, which would be like tester. And then you do OK, and then you would say D dot, oh gosh, not tester, but just like, we'll call it doer of things. And then here we'll go t.do, and that's a function. So basically what we have here is an unexpected expression. Yes, I know, because we don't have S struct, which we need to. We need to have a type S of struct which doesn't need to really have anything in it right now. We need to have a func on s pointer. We're gonna have this be a capital S. Well, it doesn't need to be. Struct thing. Right, and this will be do, which it will just func.println did thing. And then we have an interface. Now, this does not look like the initial code that was presented to me. Type interface, doer of thing. And this has to have the method do. Actually, and then we'll make it take a string and not return anything. And then this will be print this. Printing. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Oh, wait. Dot, dot, dot. And string and why it looks like that, I don't know. Okay, so now we have this. We have a struct, so we say s is equal to s, type struct, right? Actually, yeah, and now we have if d. What Oh, it should be t.do. I mean d.do. If d okay s, doer of things. Yes. This is what I want. I'm expecting an expression of here. This is how you do if statements, where you declare things. What did I break? Does anybody know what's broken? Does anybody know? Oh, I think, okay, there goes my camera again. Oh, why did my drop game go away? That's no fun. I just kind of want my camera to be behind it. There you go. Now it looks like you drop on me. Thank you, Jane Umeno. You see, I told you this was your code because you've done it before. Empty interface of S. I would have figured it out eventually. Do. Can't call do with enough arguments. We made it. You are right, with the curly bracket and then the parentheses bracket. So this will print the right thing, but now the question is, how do I do want, the one thing I want to do is, that's fine, we'll made it, but I wanted to print, and there's a way to do this, but I wanted to print two things. I wanted to print the address, because this is what confused my coworker. is I want to print, so it should be the address and then the value of both D and S. Because they should be, the address I think is the same. But the types may not be, or the values may not be. So we'll see how we do that, because yeah, this was deep in some code that a coworker of mine was rewriting. There's a, what is not true or false? Literal %, P is the address of an element. There's a way to just print the address straight across. If it's a pointer, you just print the address with the V. I'm just making sure there's not anything else. Okay. So let's try this. So we'll do not print len, but print f, right? And we'll have address, value, type, value. And again, do you need this to write decent code? Probably not. But should you understand how these things work? Yeah, probably. So we're gonna have S. Oh. That's it. Like, so we have V, and then it says the type is capital T, and then the value is that. That, or we'll I think we will just dereference the pointer. Right? So we have S, which is a pointer. If it has to be a pointer, or else it doesn't work. Oh, sorry. You give me a second. S, S, and then S. Then dereference S. Then we'll do the same thing here. D, D, and then dereference D. And D is still a pointer. I don't think it'll dereference D. But it's not of an interface type. It has to be a pointer that satisfies an interface, right? See? So it doesn't work there. This is why let's try this with that. No, not go run def. Go run. It should say we made it. And so... Yeah, the type is of struct S. We'll change that name from struct S. That's not how addresses work. How did you print addresses in your book when I stole my examples from you? This book, by the way. Stole a lot of stuff from him over the years. And every time I steal stuff from him, I give him credit. It's goinggo.net on Twitter, by the way. Okay, value okay, the address is not this. Okay. So we are going to have value, which is just fine. Type is fine. This is what I want. Still a pointer, so I should be able to dereference that. I can't dereference it. Interesting. That's interesting, though. They do have the same address, which means they're the same thing. They think they're the same type, which is of struct. We'll call this example struct. But, so they are the same type, which is the struct defined here, which is fine. But this one has the value of a pointer. What does this have? Is there a dog in here? No, there's not. I mean, there is a dog in here. Hey, buddy, are you being a good dog? But he's like way far away from me underneath my desk. Yeah. Prime.cpp. Thanks for that follow and thanks for watching with us. Does .cpp mean you like C++, or is it just like CPP? And what is a prime dot? Yeah, so here is the thing. If they are identical, this is the question. If these two things have proved to be identical, oh, who wrote this garbage? Oh, I wrote this garbage. Right, we looking at that. Those those are identical. Yeah, C++. Does that mean you write a lot of C++? Because I do not. I write Go. And literally, here's my, every time. So I do, I did C++ in college, but who didn't do C++ in college? But, like, when it comes to, like, I don't know if I want to say modern development, because that's garbage. But sorry. Sorry, I just... Somebody is asking me about how to set up meeting rooms and stuff. Go is the language for cloud infrastructure. Yes, Go is the language for everything. But again, super biased. What I was gonna say is every time you have a legitimate use case to use C++, I'm like, that's when you use Rust. Like, I don't know. I'm sure that anyone can argue with me, and I'm not an expert because I don't really do either. That's just what I like to say when I say fun things. Because I feel like if you were going to make a comparison of Go over C++, all of the same advantages of C++ you could get from Rust. But, again, I haven't really evaluated C++ and Rust per se. So then the question is, what is the difference between calling sd_do and sdo? there really shouldn't be a difference, right? Besides the fact, because it doesn't change the type. And the fact that it doesn't, they have the same address, but they are two separate pointers, is also interesting. Again, I don't know, I guess I do not know what advantage this if statement gives us at all. I think it's a bunch of garbage. But obviously somebody thought we needed it at the time, because that's been living in production code for several years. So yeah, in generated code, mind you, so you can't just pull it out without changing the code generator that generates the generated code for your, anyway, because otherwise it'll just go back. Yeah, does the same thing. I mean, if you're going to enforce an interface, just enforce an interface, right? Like, this is fine. Is there any other pointer stuff I could print on that would be nice and interesting? B, hexadecimal, decimalist. Oh, what's O? Oh, base A, yeah. Of course, all of these will dereference a pointer. Pointer to the above. Which is exactly what I expected. So yeah, I mean, this looks exactly like what we'd expect. So there you go. Yeah, we clearly proved that this code doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we're gonna kill this. We're just gonna do a print with a colon. How's that? That look good? No, the address is the same. We literally are printing out right here the address of S and the address of D. They're the same address, David. So we're not creating an this is what's happened. S, which is a pointer to a struct of type example struct, is being type converted to an empty interface. And then we are, what is the word? It starts with an A. It's not a cast, it's a type, it's not an appropriation, that's the wrong word. It's not an allocation, it's an assertion. Then we are asserting that is also of type interface, which you can only assert interface types on pointers. And basically all that this type assertion does says, this empty interface, I know, this is a really, I'm not trying to like over explain it. And I'm just, I still do not understand what is the benefit of this if statement. So I'm just like, and again, this is something I ran into at work yesterday, which is part of the reasons why I want to do these examples, is because part of the reason I want to do these examples in this production Go course is to kind of demonstrate. No, I convert it to interface, and then I assert that it fulfills the requirements of doer of things. So yes and no. Yes and no. I do think the garbage collector has stuff to clean up after this. It's not... Anyway, my comment is... This is magical and non-readable code. Where's, can you do like a shrug? Like if I was to do this, like, hey, underscore, shrug. Where's the other one? Right? Like that's kind of like a shrug, right? Like what? We got to get a colon in there. I mean the dot, the eyeballs. How do you get the eyeballs? Dot dot. No, those aren't eyeballs. Dot dot. That's kind of like eyeballs, right? With the nose. It's kind of like an upside down shrug, right? So, there's my shrug. We'll just get rid of these. I do think this is magical non-readable code. Thank you, Zogot, but how do you get that in here? How do you get that shrug in here? That is my question, Zogot. Do not ever handwrite code like that. That is the moral of the story. Yes, J. Numeno, that is the moral of the story. Code generators do get to generate magical, non-readable code because they're generating it. You only have to understand the underlying code that is used to generate the generated code. 100%. You are copy and paste. Oh, somebody is so much smarter than me. Copy and paste. Yes, J. Numeno. Yes. Oh my gosh, Zogot's amazing. Thanks, J. Numeno. Thank you, all my friends. TLDR. Can I just like, this is accurate? Like, he's right. Code generators have their own rules, which I'm not ready to tackle right now. Cool, so now let's go on to the next set of next question. Oh my gosh. 7. Main.go. That's a beautiful shrug. You can thank Zogot for that. He gifted it to me. And I then copy and pasted it. So, thank you, Zogot. Oh, sorry. Can you see that it's slowly becoming more invisible? Slowly and slowly, it's becoming more invisible. And then one day it'll be completely invisible and I'll be drinking from air, which is my goal. Okay, now I have another one. Before I have to start pulling examples out of my butt, I do have another one in here somewhere. That I wanted to use. That I thought was amazing. I could do one like with generics or something that nobody would know. But that's kind of a jerk move. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. I have so many things open I don't use. Hey. This is an exercise. This is truly an exercise. And can Mariah spell things? Like that. Can Mariah spell? That is the only goal that I have. Like, I think my life goal should not be anything more than defined by success of me learning, like, to spell things. Well, I mean, not like first try spell things the right way, but learn to spell check myself. Like, that's the more important skill, personally, is being able to, like, recognized, oh my gosh. Speaking's hard, but that doesn't matter. Recognize when I spell things wrong. So we're going to print foo, and we're going to print, the other thing too, I love, my new favorite thing about Go is the fact that they have a capacity function for slices. Did not know that. The other thing, I mean, I do not think I would have ever known there be a need for a capacity function until recently. Like, why would I ever use that? I found, apparently there are some examples. We found them deep in one of the libraries. In the standard library, in the .NET package, I think. On like one of the WebSocket calls or something, where they were doing a check on a capacity of a slice. Slice 1, actually. Slice 2. Still slice 1. So, what do you guys think will print out of this? Put your comments in chat. Bye. Take care of your elder. Okay. Ciao, David. Have fun. See you next time. De Jonte, sillas. Jonte sillas. I forgot the word. Silla is the word for chair in Spanish. Not spelled that way. Spelled a different way. And I forgot that the other day. Wrong one. I need just slice 1. So what do you think this will print? Your vote is that it will print shrug. Correct? Redeem ad time. Zogot, does that mean you want me to play an ad? Or does that mean you want to have more time to guess? I don't know what play ad... I don't remember. Oh, your father. Bye, Debbie. Bye, David. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I get elder care. It's totally a thing. Okay, so what do you think it'll print? Now, remember that these two slices have the same backing array. So that means not that much. So they have the same backing array, which means when you edit the array until the point where the array is reallocated to a different like there can be points where there can and will hit a point if you append past the capacity of a certain slice that it will receive a new backing array. That is the main thing I have learned from reading Bill Kennedy's book to this point. Is that you can change the backing array of a slice. And the fact that it's called the backing array, that's a funny word. But up until the point that the backing array is changed, they share the same backing array. So what this question is really asking is, at this point in time, do they... Oh, this is not supposed to be slice 2. I believe it's supposed to be capacity of slice 1. I believe... Actually, let's go ahead and just for funsies, put 2 here as well. Just to compare, but that's not what we're evaluating on. I believe that they both have the capacity of 5. I do think they both have the capacity of 5. I know that 2 has should be changed DE. And so let's run it. I guess you can still I need to remember to turn my camera off during the week. What? Who removed slice 1 here? Come on, Mariah. Oh, this needs to have a new line. Until it doesn't need a new line. It's easier to read with a new line. Oh, they do. It is capacity 3. David was right. It is length 2. Oh, look! I already failed at my goal of spell checking myself. I already failed. I already went from that H to the from length to length because I already failed on spell checking myself. You know. Yay me, I failed. We'll get it. Capacity, yes, 2, because it is only until 4. It doesn't include 4. So it is only C and D. We changed C to changed, and that correctly prints out. I agree. Okay, that is exactly what I wanted for quiz question number 7. Oh, only 3 more to go. Yay! Oh my gosh. Now we gotta come up with 2 more. I don't want to come up with 2 more. I don't want to come up with 2 more. I don't want to come up with 2 more, but I have to come up with 2 more. Because I need to have 10. Only because 10 is a nice round number. And 5 seems like a jip. It seems like if you're gonna be sitting with me for 4 hours, which is how long the course is, you should get some kind of quality engagement out of it. You know? Yeah. So, where to next? You should go on a walk to the gas station with me right now. Not if you decide to be a base 6 person, then 6 is really a round number. Oh, that's also true, Zogot. It could totally just be a base 6 problem. Numeno, I think it would take me longer to get to where you are than it would take you to walk to the gas station. So if I'm a base E person, right, like I do log base E, does that mean that my round number is actually 1.923 whatever E is? Oh my goodness. I don't know, 5 just felt short. And then 7 was good because I did have those two, right? I had those two just like right out the gate. Two more. What would be another interesting thing? What's another interesting nuance? I think a good one. Let me do this. I think something that would be really good to experiment on. Not experiment, but I can wait for you to get here. But then I wouldn't be streaming anymore. Could I stream on I would take like what? Are you at work? Because that would take me like probably 40 minutes to drive just to walk to the gas station with you. Or you could cross the street and go to Chick-fil-A, right? Project Hail Mary? Golang error handling. Golang error handling. No, I don't want that one. I want Golang error F as is. No, I just want Golang error as. Yeah. Because they talked. Yes. Yeah, let's go by example errors. Did they update this with the is and as? No. Then I want the ones with the is and as. Yeah, I think is and as, even though these are essentially used, in like, no, this is not bad. So right. Yep, I know exactly where you are. I Googled it. I Googled where your office is. Not right now. Project Hail Mary. That was the other thing I was... Novel in hardcover. Is it oh. This is it? A science fiction novel by American novelist Andy Weir, set in the future. The novel centers on a middle school teacher who wakes up from a coma with amnesia. Oh, that looks good. Does anybody read books? It's been so long since I've actually read. Interesting. Errors.as, error, bad input error. I don't like this example. Somebody else has to have a better example of as and is. An espresso with adjective. Your basic go. That one's not bad. Was 113 really when they added that error stuff? Oh, there was a section of... Oh, gotcha. They were talking about base 6 versus base 10. Yeah. How to add extra information. There's a Golang by example that's not go by example. Who maintained and wrote this? Like, honestly. That seems like a lot of work to be dedicated to Golang by example. I think this was the blog post. I can't believe it was 113. I feel like this is newer than that. Error F, yeah, where you do the unwrap. Yeah, well, it's just because I don't go into... I guess one of the motivations of this quiz thing is to I just lost my train of thought. is to kind of touch on topics that I'm not going to cover. Things like I do not have any slides about how to write and handle good error writing practices or good error handling practices. Like, I'm not covering that. Because I'm kind of focusing a little bit more on the memory side. And it's not true. It's not focusing a little bit more on the memory side. It's just I'm not covering it. I've chosen to talk about other things that are not quite as A, hot button, B, basic. Like, errors are pretty basic. And everybody hates if error is not equal nil. To be fair. I think the best way to accomplish this... That was my vocal fry moment. The best way to accomplish this... Vocal fry. Whether to wrap... errors dot... Okay, what does this say? When adding additional constants to an error, either with error fumped or by implementing your own custom type, you need to decide whether the new error should wrap the original. Yes. There is no single answer to this question. It depends on the context in which the new error is created. I almost always exclusively wrap errors. Because it can... It does not. It doesn't help with your stack trace, but it helps. That's just what I do. I have no excuse. Wrap an error exposes it to callers. Don't wrap an error when it's doing something. You should expose implementation details. Well, yes. As one example, imagine a parse function which reads a complex data structure from an I/O reader. If an error occurs, we wish to report the line column number at which it occurred. Yeah, but the stack already does that. If an error occurs while reading from an I/O reader, we want to wrap the error to allow inspection of the underlying problem. Since the caller provided the I/O reader to the function, it makes sense to expose the error produced by it. In contrast, a function which makes several calls to a database probably shouldn't return an error which unwraps the result of one of those calls. Yes. If the database used by the function is an implementation detail, then exposing these errors is a violation of abstraction. That's a heavy thing to say. If I go up to you and say, hey, you just violated an abstraction, you would feel like you've just made the biggest mistake in your life and have no idea what that mistake was. You'd be like, I don't know what I did, but I did it, and it's bad. For example, if the lookup user function of your package, or PKG, uses Go database equal package, oh gosh. That causes error, no row, SQL error. If you return that error with error, then the caller can now look inside the error, no rows. But if the function instead returns the %W, then the caller could reasonably oblige is error, no rows. At this point, the function must always return error, no rows if you don't want to break your client. Oh my gosh. I feel like... Okay, full disclosure. I have 1 week left at my current job. At that point, you cannot make waves. Nobody's listening to you. This right here... Everything I just read has so many practical applications right now at work. I don't think anybody from my team is watching this, but if anybody from my team was watching this right now, I have literally solved like 12 of your problems on this stream. But you don't care enough to watch. Let me just say that they are having so many problems handling errors, and they're trying to create this custom error type, and then they're trying to do logic based on that, and that's what this thing is, and we've had it since 1.13, and they're not doing it right. So let me just I'm not on my work computer, so it's not like I can just ping somebody and say, guys, you're missing out. I will gently remind them that they should look at using errors.is, and then I will create this example just for them, because there is no way on earth that the people I work with do not fall into the same common misconception. Like, everybody falls into the same pitfalls. I'm sorry, like, we are not an exclusive group. So I do think that this is 100% an applicable problem. Now, the question is how to applicably apply it to all of the applicably applicable applicant people. You know, all of the applicants. I am not taking applications for anything. I am accepting. I accept subscriptions. I accept follows. I accept follows on Twitter. I accept invitations to be friends on LinkedIn. I accept follows on Medium. I accept subscriptions on YouTube. I accept donations to I accept sponsors on GitHub. I accept bit donations on Twitch. Like, I accept a lot of things, but I am not accepting applications. We, as a group of Go West organizers, are accepting proposals for talks. So if you want to speak about Go, that is something I am accepting that is most aligns with application. I don't know why I got on that tangent. I have no clue with writebacks. I do not know why our music is not. I want music that pumps me up, like club music. Well, I always want club music. I pretty much only exclusively ever want club music. So we're just gonna change our playlist real quick. Should we do EDM, lo-fi? Wait, I have to do one's curations. Oh, I can't do curations because I don't pay for that. Stations, I do pay for. So we have EDM, emo, headbangers, or pop. Should we try headbangers? Let's make a poll. Okay. What music should we listen to? EDM, lo-fi, headbangers, metal, or pop. Start poll. Okay, go! It's up to you. You got 10 minutes to choose music. Okay. So how do you write this? And it can't be something that's super long. Customizing is or as. You should be able to do that with custom packages. Conclusion. Russ Cox's Go for Con keynote. Which I know I went to and watched, but nobody else at my team goes to GopherCon, so. Upspin error package. Equal. If error access denied. I think we should do, I think this right here is the key. Look. It's gone. You can tell because it's invisible. I do not know why the creators of Go named it with such a name. It is a name that you really can't do for anything. It's also horrible for puns. Because it's essentially a verb, not a noun. I'm sure there's articles on it. But I don't know. I've never asked them. I've never met them to ask them. That's why whenever I do any kind of shameless self-marketing, I use Golang. Pikeling. Well, he's not the only guy. I'm pretty sure all three of them were like... Well, that's the question. Of the founders and maintainers, did he have the biggest ego? Because it should always be named after the person with the biggest ego. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a function that intentionally throws an error. And we're going to throw an error two different ways. And then we're going to have this function will be throw, what should we call it? Make an error. And if you used Rust-lang sometimes. Rust, I found out you also can't just type Rust because then people think you're talking about the video game. Goff. Could have called it Goff. Distinct enough and understandable. Yeah, Goff. Then the Gopher would have... You could have just called it Gopherlang. Just Gopher. Like Python. Gopher. And then the mascot is baked in. Instead of the Golang Gopher, you have the Gopher. Yeah. I'll go to that. That's distinct and understandable. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is why I don't name things. Like, it's hard enough to come up with handles. I don't name things, and I don't make error. I just want to function. Let's just call this one wrap error. This one will be a wrap error, right? Cowtail, that has nothing to do with SEO and everything to do with your cookies in search history. I guess that is SEO. But that's just because of how much personal data Google mines, right? So this will take an error, type error, right? And return an error. Not capital error, and return an error, right? Uh-oh. Why did you do that to me, Jason? I should have known you were going to throw this one at me. The worst. I don't even know if I can write. I don't know how to use VS Code anymore, and you just told me to switch my IDE to VS Code. So this one will be return funct.errorf wrapping error not as a string, but like this. What the heck? And then this will be funct dot format function. Just let Copilot do it? Seriously. Copilot wasn't working as well for Vim. Print error. Not print error, but we'll call it format error. Or we can just call it wrap error too, right? Return, and then funct.errorf. And then this set formatting error. But instead of using W, it said to use a V. And then the reason being, come on. Oh, it's because I misspelled return, huh? The reason being, I hopefully my stuff did a decent syncing. I did reconfigure my VS Code recently. Because I needed why did I reconfigure my VS Code? Why did I reconfigured my VS Code? All I did was add more linters. I did it for this course. I did it because I was making a reason. I said, why do you need to have a linter? Everybody should use a linter. Linters are the best thing in the world. They make you write better code. Linter, 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 linter. Guys, I promise I didn't take anything. I only had half a can of Diet Coke today. And water. And lunch, which was food. Leftover meatloaf. No drugs. I did not take no drugs. Funk main. Oh gosh. Now I need to go over here. See? Dot get and now not dead. Get ignore. Dot VS Code. Just meatloaf. Well, my 70-year-old mother made it, and then I took it home because she doesn't eat all of her food when they have leftovers. So, you know, she is a child of the 60s. So whatever that means, you take that as you want. I am not a child of the 60s. I don't know if she's a child of the 60s or a child of the 50s. She's a teenager of the 50s. Excuse me. Zogot put in 14 points for EDM. That's what we're listening to right now. Changing it to EDM. Let me know if you want me to turn it up. I have it on a different volume on my headset than you do. But the music has spoken, and now it is on EDM. And I just turned it up for myself. I think you were the only one that voted, Zogot. Used your channel. Numano uses his channel points to torture me into writing Vim. At least I did put something like change language, and then he'd be like, PHP, please. Right? Of course he would. You don't hear my music? Oh, it's super quiet. How about now? Last time I got in trouble for having my music too loud. So, let me just have this actually monitor that for a minute. Can you hear it okay now? Your vote was to start music. I think I can hear it okay. Can you hear it okay? No music? How about now? Now can you hear the music okay? Let me know. Let me know when you can hear music. Like... Oh. Now... No, it's still super quiet. Like, according to OBS, it is the quietest thing in the world. My audio and camera are desyncing because my camera's too hot. That's why. Settings, audio. Oh, I know why. You were only getting my... How about now? That should be a little bit better, right? Now you should get some music. And I think my voice is pretty pronounced over the music. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Loud? Okay. Well, I mean, I just... Yeah, it's because I turned it down. I fixed it. Well, I'm glad you voted to start the music so that you could actually hear something. I forget how things work sometimes. Okay. So we need to have some kind of function that creates an error. What should we do? And then we need to have function. What's a good thing? What's something we can do to create an error? Let me think about this. Like, I have to have it, like, why do you create errors without a dang use case, you know? Like, you have to have a use case for your error, right? So let me see. What's my use case? Let's just do something. We'll create something. Oh, I bet I could. I have some code I could probably steal from over here. So I have some tutorial examples down here that I think might have some error stuff we can steal. I have to have some kind of error thrown in here, right? Right? No. Oh, I could just add an error right there on the default, right? This is pretty simple. And then if I provided, there should be no invalid age, but right, less than 5. We could, yeah, we can add, let's do this. We'll take this. We'll put it here. I knew we could do it. And then, if age, not less than 5, but if age is less than 0, right? Because you can't have a negative age. OpenCV would be an interesting thing. I did. I messed around with OpenCV once. I was... No. This should also return an error. Actually, so there is a Go CV package. Where we go? Which wraps OpenCV that I have messed around with a little bit. Return, no. I just don't have like any reason really to like classify images. All of my machine learning like use cases come from text or some kind of time series data, never from like anything else. So, you know, which is why I don't really mess around with OpenCV. I just don't have any reason to process images. Now, if you do, more power to you. Return what we want here. We'll just want a slice of string. And instead, we'll do... Yeah, we'll just do that. And then here, we'll call it twice. And we'll print it, right? So we'll do get movies 17, right? And we can do this. We'll just do font.println get movie 17. Then we'll do font.getMovies get movie, no, -1. And here we'll do a wrap error. Oh, that won't work. Here we'll do that. Here we'll do an underline error of get movies, and then we'll do two things. We'll do font. We don't need to do an if error equals nil because I know I'm getting an error. And then we'll do wrap error of error. Oh my gosh, capital U! So capital U, uppercases, I mean lower cases, all of your text. U is of course undo. So and that is where you get this bucket of bolts. Why is it? Oh, that's why, because we need to have parentheses around these. Does somebody want me to change back to Vim yet? That's fine. I'm actually not doing that bad in VS Code. Right? We're not doing that bad. I can't do go run. Can you right click run? Go to definition peek at go run in playground. Go show all commands. Go toggle test file. I mean run in playground. Uploading to Go playground. Can dogs be uniquely identified by a neural network? Of course, humans can. If a human can, a dog can. VS Code is awesome. I know you like it. So they print the same. So then, that's great. But what were they saying was the difference here? Oh, yes, but I'm not... Here's the thing. Oh, we get a raid from Alt-4 F4 stream? Oh my goodness! Welcome to our problem where we are trying to figure out. Basically, I'm trying to figure out a really good way to stump people with errors to go. That's all I'm doing right now. But welcome to the freaking stream. How are you? Alt F4. How was your stream? What'd you do today? Did you party? Did you party like we did? We just turned on the EDM music vibe, so that's the truth. Well, that's what we're doing. I'm writing some quiz questions to stump people. I'm on question 8. I think we're on 8. Yeah, we're on question 8 of 10. Oh, we can delete that. Move to trash. We're on question 8 of 10, and I am trying to figure out how to stump people with this. But right now, I think building new services. Ooh, that's fun. I love Go. I use Go all the time. @0@, thank you for that. Follow, glad to have you here with us today. They love chat can help because they love stumping you, seriously. So I think the problem is I don't have an error that's like wrapped deep enough. So I need to find a way to call something else that has like a nice deep error that I can like decompress with the W, or right, because it's just a string. So, or I need to implement some kind of custom error type. That's where I'm at. I don't know. What do you think, chat? Put in a Go routine? Freaking heck. Right now it's super simple because basically, like, they need to be able to like read it. Like, it needs to kind of like fit on a single page. Anyway, it's a whole thing. So I guess I wonder, how can we stump people with errors? What do you think, guys? What do you think, chat? What can we do to stump people with errors? The Alt F4. Thank you for that. Chaotic Knight, how you doing? Oh, you're playing Clash of Clans again? I'm glad. I'm glad I got you watching. I'm glad I got you to open up your Clash of Clans. That's super exciting. Super duper duper exciting. I've been playing all week, as you can imagine, like a fiend, upgrading all my walls, which takes the longest. Should I implement like... Should I implement some kind of mock server or something? What kind of stumping do you want to do? Essentially, I just want them to not be able to guess what I'm gonna print out. I don't know. Maybe we should come back to it. I guess, so here's the thing. I'm writing this course for an online O'Reilly course. And I'm trying to do quiz questions to highlight things that I'm not necessarily covering, and I'm not covering errors. And so I just kind of wanted to get into like error types, essentially, I guess, and like kind of stump people on how you like how you would pass up and handle errors. Like, what would happen? Ooh, I wonder what we... Updating your Xbox One? I wonder, maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe the error is not the important part, so we can kill this. Maybe what I should do is just like throw a panic here and see if they know what will happen with a panic. Maybe that's good enough, right? So if I just run this, oh gosh, I'm not in BAM. That is not my fault. It is totally my fault. I added a channel points command for change my IDE, and they kicked me out of Vim. So there you go. So moral of the story, have Vim. Go, run, main.go. Oh, yeah, that's not the right one. Go run questions, question 8, main.go. Jewel Narut, thank you for that. Yes, Numeno, I did accept responsibility. I should have known you would be the one to use your points on that to convince me to change my IDEs. Seriously. Last Nirvana, thank you for the follow. Glad to have you here. We are gonna hit that 400 goal here pretty soon. My goodness. That's my only goal in life, is to have a 400 followers and then learn how to spell check myself. Oh, I can stretch. Here, should we stand up? We'll just stand up. You like my Gopher shirt? This is me. I like literally hacking, you know. Oh, let's stand up. Oh my goodness, you can see the top of my green screen now. We better adjust that camera. You're not supposed to see the top of my green screen? You're not even supposed to know I have a green screen. That's supposed to be magic. Right? Oh. How's that? That's better? Now you can't see my green screen. Okay, I like this. I think this is successful. So what we'll do is we'll do a log dot. What's a log dot default? Oh, it's just a default logger. We'll just print it. We'll do a print line error. And oh yes, that's exactly what I want. I want the wrap error on all of them. Thank you. Who followed? Who followed that I missed? Dang it! I missed that one. I'm sorry. I was so caught up in typing. And this will illustrate something. What we should have done is definitely call this in like 12 Go routines and see what happens. Now we'll run it. Okay, error, age must be positive number, wrapping error, error must be positive number, panic with the exit status 2. Cool. I don't know. I don't like this. We need to figure something else out here, but we'll move on to move on. We need to do figure. I already know what the function does. We need to highlight what if I did this? What if I did this? What do you think about that? You think that would break it? That should just be my linter failing. That's not an actual error, is it? Yeah, it's just an error. So now if I run that, expression go might not be parentheses. It doesn't like. No. Log, get rid of log, because my Go import is working, because I'm not freaking. Oh, I doesn't need the parentheses, that's why. Come on, chat, you're supposed to be telling me all the things I'm doing wrong. Okay, chat. How many of you, I don't know, what do you want to talk about, chat? Do you want to talk about my weekend? Do you want to talk about video games? Do you want to talk about Go? Who uses Go? Do you want to talk about the music? We did just have a poll. Oh my gosh, I can't freaking use Vim. We did just have a poll to see, how, yeah, let's do that. I like this one. I like this. I like this. You want to know why I like this? Code. That's my production examples. Thank you, Janie Minnow. You can make any suggestions you want because they're open source, I guess. I like this because we know for a fact that returns an error. We literally wrote that right here. Return error if age is less than 0. And Oh my goodness! We figured out how to use emotes. Yay, J-Numano. Don't forget to play the drop game. I don't know. What else should we do, guys? Well, okay, I like this. The reason being, the error falls through. So, the options here, we would be able to, yeah, this is a good one. This is a really good one. This is a really good one, because it'll make people think about why we're not breaking, why it's not breaking. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat, for your silence. Silence is golden. And it's the, reason, we're all here today. Question 9. Okay, let's do another poll, because we love polls. Poll. What should our next Go question be about? Should our next knowing Go question be? Okay, we can stop the crickets. Thank you, Cowtail, for that. Should we talk about, what's something that people really mess up? Oh, we can have, read. Swingers, we can talk about, what's something else good? Or we can always do more pointers. Okay, you've got 5 minutes to tell me what to do. Are we aiming for 100? I think so. I think the goal is to get 100. I think the whole goal of drop is to get 100. I don't know. A loop for launching Go routines and not really realizing the loop variables are reused. Inside the Go routines? Have you done this? And if you have done this, do you have examples of the code that I could use? Because that would make my life a whole lot easier, J-Numeno. Like, that would... Okay, tape question. Where's my thing? Question. It's called quiz questions, not questions. Quiz questions. Oh my gosh. Oh, Vim is so much better than this garbage. See, look, it didn't even generate my Go stuff. How am I supposed to work in a Go file if it doesn't even know how to generate a freaking Go file? Good thing I have Copilot here to save me. Oh gosh. Not thumped, package. That's not how you spell package. That is not how you spell package. That is how you spell McClaggy. Or McClaggy. Use a shortcut to create a new file. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about creating a file. That could be really interesting. Go routines. Go routines are winning so far. Anybody else gonna vote? Come on, guys. We only got half the time. I really like the loop for launching Go routines and reusing the loop variables. But what else? What else have you done? Like other stupid mistakes? I've made a ton of stupid mistakes, which is why we have the first 8 questions. Shadowed variables. Oh my gosh! Yes, shadow variables. Oh. Uh-oh. We got 1 for channels and 5 for Go routines. Just under half the time left. Giving you live updates. I can show it on here. Should we show the live? You don't have to know anything about go to vote and the polls. Oh, now you can't see it. My head's in the way. Your basic gotcha data race closures? Thank you, Garfield. Where'd it go? Why didn't it? Oh my gosh. That's it, yes. The answer is data race. Oh, because it's shared across all of them and you didn't lock it. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. I've never done that. This is a great picture too. Oh my gosh. I wish I had that picture on something. I need this for the rest of my... I'm gonna... You already voted? Yeah, that. Okay, Jerafield. Sorry, I think I called you something else. Jerafield, you are definitely going to be one of these. I guess if Go Routine wins, we're doing that one. Because that's good. That's a really good one. That's my vote. Can I vote? I don't know if I'm allowed to vote. Am I allowed to vote? Oh, I am totally allowed to vote. I voted for Go Routines. I guess you can see me vote. You can... I don't really understand all the benefits of polls. I mean, I don't know. I've been streaming on Twitch for a year and I still feel like I'm I don't know anything. Like I'm a super newbie trying to figure this all out. Right? Oh no! I can see people walking on the... I have a window behind me. Modify string as a slice of bytes instead of a slice of rune and getting an invalid UTF screen. Oh, you should be doing this, J. Numeno, not me. You clearly have all of the answers. Okay. Jerafield. Jerafield is the winner of this one. Let's go ahead and we will attribute this. Example stolen. From blog post. I don't think I've ever done anything where I've modified the string as a slice of bytes. I've also never modified them as a slice of runes. I've only ever modified string as type string. But clearly somebody else has. Jerafield thinks it's good, so we'll just... Holy heck. Yeah, that'll do it. I++, less than 5. Why does it get that high? Because it only does it while I is less than 5. Well, I mean, I know exactly why. We already have one. I already have one where we kind of do this with an exponential, but what I don't have is this. I mean, not that. Is this. And this is gorgeous. This is honestly gorgeous. The reason being, it highlights all of the things I want to highlight. Which is the fact that... Oh, look. This is why we have linters. Because they teach you things. So this will also emphasize my point that linters are important. And hopefully it doesn't give them the answer to these. Which it might. If the linters solve, if Golang CI lint solves all of my quiz problems, then I think I have just literally been validated in requiring them to use linters in this course. Okay, now we're gonna have to do the last question 10. Main.go. Oh gosh, package, main. Main. Okay. And now I have to figure... No, we're not getting movies no more. Modifying strings, a slice of bytes instead of slice of room to get an invalid UTF string. Does anybody have an example of this on the internet? Because I'll sure take it from you if you have one on the internet. A lot of people do. Oh look! In PHP, isn't that your favorite language, Numeno? I'm really excited for your PHP talk at our Go Meetup. R strings UTF-8 by default. IPSF. Invalid UTF-8 in string. Look, somebody already did that for you. Foreshadowing? Thank you, Morgal. Oh my gosh. Print index? Are we at... When do we call print? We don't call print index anywhere, do we? Oh, you didn't want to. It's a good one. Yeah, thank you for that. This time.sleep's not doing anything though, right? Another question could be truncate string to 8 characters. Oh gosh. Hey, we did string truncation. Now where was I doing? What was I doing? I was trying to see what the heck they did. Oh no. No, you're not wrong. What was... No, I bet I can... This is an easier example with the sleep. It would fit better in a quiz, I think. What would be you're saying this Golang playground is a good example with the sleep? What does it do? What does the sleep do? Oh, look! One takes an eye. Oh, I see how it's shadowing now. This is a good one! We may have to kill some of the other ones that are stupid then to go back to the shadowing one. Oh, I like it. I get it now. Yeah, let's go get rid of some of our dumb ones. Like this. This is a dumb one. We can get rid of that one. Or this one. This one I like, sorry. We gotta ease into it. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna commit these. That way you guys can take a look at them and make any suggestions if you want. Cause yes. This one's fun. This one's fun because the answer's at 1024. This one's also fun. But I think, yeah, like number 3, we don't need that. That one's garbage. I'm gonna take Where's your link to the playground? There it is. Copy link address. Add that there. And because the whole point of this is to say what is this output? Like, that's honestly, I'm gonna have to give you credit. Look at this. Do you have a GitHub handle you'd rather have me use? I've given you credit. No, go away. Oh, I gotcha. We could do the same thing with weight groups, but the sleep's fine. Question 10. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I don't care. Add as many PRs as you want. I love PRs. You can do whatever. Yeah, feel free. That's part of the reason it's on GitHub, is so that anybody can do whatever, like, get help. String literals. I've done stuff with. Oh, I see. Oh, I might. Yeah, this is a good. I like this one. The UTF-8 package where we can edit things and break it. It's a good call. Because this is a slice of bytes. This is not the UTF-8 with the other stuff. Every time this resets, it goes to a different, not you. The drop game, there you go. It resets and moves, so then my head's just hovering. Conclusion. Strings are built from bytes, so indexing them yields bytes, not characters. A string might not even hold characters. In fact, the definition of a character is ambiguous, and it would be a mistake to try to resolve the ambiguity by defining strings that are made of characters. There's much more to say about Unicode, UTF-8, and the multilingual text processing, but it can wait for another post. How do you do... Look at that. There we go. Converting between slice array and versus converting between array. When you range over it, you get a byte. That's what Rob Pike's post says right here. Indexing them yields bytes. Right, so if I were to do str hello world, and I did for s range and then I were to do this, print f, and then you should be able to do this, right? You should be able to get, you could do t, and then you could do s, which converts it back to a string. That should not get you a slice of byte. We had that open earlier, didn't we? Oh, Golang. This is more than I ever want to think about Go. Yeah. Okay, so X gets you S interpreted bytes or string or slice, double-coded string safely escaped, a base 64 lowercase character, or a base 64 uppercase character. What does it say about bytes versus Unicode format? Capital U, that's the integer though. And V for the default format. Oh, you already did it, Janumeno? You're so nice. Yeah. But that you don't need that. Why? This is what I learned. We'll do index, and then we'll do value. Index is a number, and this is a string, and then you do type. And then you can do IVV. Uh-oh. And then you do this. Dash N. Notice how it's not it's a int32 base. Int32 is not UTF. It should convert it to a string when you do this. That's bonkers. Whoa, I broke it. Right? As opposed to this. So, and if I did string, right? And if I did string of V. Oh, no, and I just did V. Right? Stop. And I did right here, string of V. These are, what is rune as alias for? Oh, what is rune an alias for? Huh? That would be this. So like, that's fine, that's fine. If you were to write, sorry. I don't know the word I'm trying to use right now. But it has something to do with the UTF-8 something. When you UTF-8 decode rune into string, right? Rune value. What did that get us? That's the rune value. Which is at position blah blah blah. Oh yeah, I knew this. I read about this because when it stores the values, so strings, in Go are actually stored as dictionaries, where they have, so strings themselves, not really, they're kind of, yeah, they're essentially sort of dictionaries. So they have basically the UTF-8 or the byte. Thank you, Rune is a uint32. Thank you, Morgal. That explains everything. So basically it says, it tells you how many bits you need allocated for the character and then the character. Like every time you store a string, that information is stored for each character in the string. Yes. But what I'm saying is it does contain the information as far as how many bytes are required for each character, right? That's how we can even have these Unicode characters that require more than one byte. It's not you're not saying anything. I guess I'm not saying anything you haven't already said in chat. I'm just reminding myself how the compiler keeps the information about the byte position, right? Because this string right here, essentially, like if I were to print this length, it would be like 9, right? Thank you, Sartan, for that follow. I appreciate that. You're helping us meet our goals, and I don't know about you, but I'm having a lot of fun learning today. So, but if I was Nihongo, I probably butchered that. That should be 9. Of course it didn't do that. Because it's not going to close out. We have one of those. So if I were to print the length of this, right? Funct print length of str. We should have, this should be 5, 6, 7. And these, what? These are probably 3 apiece, so what? ASCII? Yes. So what's the length? It's gonna be what? 11 or 13? Why didn't it print that? Oh, it did. Length. It printed exactly what I told it to print. It is 13. Okay. See? Because each of these has 3 index positions behind it. Which is why this one starts at 7 and this one starts at 10. Which was the whole thing you were saying the whole time. Again, it's just clicking for me. Probably because Twitch streams use... I seriously, I cannot use my full brain to code when I'm doing Twitch streams. It's so hard. And this is a very brain-intensive exercise. I like the fact that we have the space captured here. But I don't like this value necessarily as it's being stored as a string. Especially since this works so much better. So I want this to print out, but I wanted it to print out like this, which means I need to use this, right? Like, that's better. So instead of saying value, should I say rune? Would rune be the appropriate term for this? Rune? Where does that talk about itself? In the... Oh my gosh, I'm getting thirsty. Why isn't there anybody else? Oh look, Unicode format. So I don't even need... Let's just go ahead... Oh! Does anybody have handy the underlying map of Unicode to int32s? Because I don't. Let's just do a capital U there. So if I were to run format, right? That looks good. That's good. I can't hydrate. It's empty. And you didn't come bring me any water. I can't do anything about that. I'm afraid if I take a break and go get more water, all of my chat will leave me, and I'm having so much fun talking to chat. Morgul knows so many... Morgul. Sorry, Morgul. It's not Halloween. Morgul knows all the things. So does Janu Minnow. I should trust him. I'm stealing this. We're gonna give credit to Janu Minnow for being a genius. To Janu Minnow. That is, I do know that's your GitHub name. Of course you have it handy. Why wouldn't Morgul have that just sitting around? Yeah, you would. Or at least be quicker to the Google search, right? Constants. Yeah, there we go. Max Roan, replacement, Max ASCII. And here they are. Some of them. Yeah, look at that. Here's a set of Unicode characters for the script. Yeah, range table over a string. Let me just say, I am so glad I don't write languages. Ugh! So glad I don't write languages. Look at this. Kelvin? Oh! Because there's a Kelvin symbol versus the letter K. Oh, they also have the degree symbol, right? Like, they have a lot of scientific... For being, I mean, there's quite a few scientific libraries, like GoHep, and there's a couple other used at CERN that came out of here. But, like, Go's really not used very much in the scientific community outside of that. Like, Python, Fortran, MATLAB. Those are the ones that, like, really, really are used by academics, not Go. But Go has the support for it, like... I mean, even just for documentation's sake, it does. It doesn't have the math. But it does have some of them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Special case? There's a Turkish case? What is... Whoa! That looks like a bishop. It's not a bishop. The queen from chess. Thank you for following me, Jerfield. Yeah, thank you for that follow. I'm feeling so much love today, despite the fact that my camera, my cam link adapter is overheating. I got a new camera. I got the, a couple weeks ago, I got the Canon M200, which is way better than the M100 because I don't have to continually turn it on. It was so nice that I, forgot to turn it off a couple times during the week, and when that happens, my if that happens and then I use it for any video calls at all, my Camlink card overheats, and that means I have to unplug it so it can work. Cool. This is awesome. I feel what doesn't it like about the package name besides the fact it's duplicated? This is fun. The question is, should we try to edit this str at all before we print it, or no? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Clearly, I've never run into it. I'm sure now that you've brought it up, I'll run into this. I'll be tripping all over it. The other thing I wanted to change. Well, I had an example here. I do need to draw. I have in, so if I go here for this channel, blah blah blah. I decided I didn't like it. I mean, it's super simple, and I think it's very easy to understand. But I was thinking, because the solution's fine. It's fine to have a solution that's like that. Oh, my wrist is itching. I apologize. So I was thinking, I got this example. I was watching a video on YouTube from Go Northwest 2018 by David Crawshaw. Because Kelsey Hightower tweeted it the other day about using SQLite with Go and database stuff and whatnot. So I was thinking about changing this because it's fine, but like this is really simple. Essentially, they only need to like implement this function at the end of the day, which I don't think I like. I was thinking about making this a little bit more complicated so that they would actually have to run it like with either a make command or a docker command. I mean, they would still implement the code the same way, but basically what it would do, instead of just like printing random garbage, because right now it's putting stuff in a queue and it prints it in, first in, first out. Was thinking if I were to create a really simple in-memory database, didn't take that much strings, it just like pulled like some of Shakespeare's poems. They're like 18, 16 lines. They're not too bad. The sonnets and whatnot. And then what I did was I made, instead of making this script just printing random things, they would have to, basically I would provide them with the function that would edit the messages. So I mean the sentences. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily need to be first in, first out. That was just like the initial thought. Ordering doesn't necessarily matter in this case. Basically, in the README, it said something about specifying the number of workers, and then talking about specify the length of the channel, and that didn't end up mattering at all for our buffer channel. And so I took it out. Again, this doesn't need to be hard, but my thought was, because we're going to use this script again for a benchmarking exercise, and in that sense, at that point, the number of workers would matter more. But like, this is too simple, in my opinion, of a working example for that. But if I had something that read from an in-memory database and updated that database, basically it would just like store like the line, basically sentences. We'd pull a sentence, update a sentence, write it. Then there would be things they would have to worry about. They would have to worry about locking the variables, making sure they aren't doing any race condition stuff, which we're going to be covering. And then it would apply more to the benchmarking stuff we do when we, I really love the fact that it like makes my hand invisible to my background. Anyway, but not this part. Anyway, that was just kind of my thought of updating it. This is too simple. So I have about a week to redo this. But anyway, I figured a little SQLite in-memory database wouldn't be that hard to throw together. With, you know, Shakespeare had like 128 sonnets, so I could put 10 on there, 20 on there. They're all available publicly. You know, take a couple megabytes of space and have an actual thing that we could benchmark. Right? And then it would actually benefit them to the other thing that they could potentially add. Potentially. That's not a word. Potentially add would be specify the buffer length. And see if that affects anything. It may or may not. I don't think we would have to change anything for the queue message. Essentially, I would provide this function, and then theirs would be, yeah, they would, I guess they wouldn't really do it. Theirs would, this is the solution file, so I haven't actually gotten to what, like, they would do. But they would essentially, like, add code here, and then no, what did I say they were doing? Oh gosh, I forgot what my exercise even was, and I can't open anything because I don't know how to use a mouse. Yeah, see, this is not going to take 20 to 30 minutes. Yeah, I think we can definitely... I had a sleep function in here. Up here. At some point. I took it out. I took out the sleep. Because it didn't make sense for the benchmarking to necessarily have a sleep. But to be fair, we wouldn't benchmark main, so I would need to pull something else out. You know, stuff like that. Like, obviously, it still needs a little bit of work. But yeah, it's just a little worker pool. Yeah. Well, the sleep doesn't even need to be long, right? It could just be a couple milliseconds. What part were they building now? That was what I was seeing. We'll accept the number of workers. Yeah, just a worker pool. We're gonna call this a worker pool. Because that's what it is. I don't know why I don't call it that. A worker pool. Okay, yeah. So I would then have a function in main, right? So like we have a worker, and so the func would then be add code here. Run worker pool. And then they could build it however they wanted. Yes. All of that we want. No, I wanted the channel. Why doesn't the tab complete work in... Why doesn't tab complete except tab? Yes, exactly what, Jarrafield, what you're saying is what I want them to do. Would be what... Greenfield, thank you for that follow. We're having an awesome day with following. We are only 31 away from our 400 follower goal. That's awesome. So let me just say, yeah, right now it doesn't have that. They don't have to build in anything complicated. I was gonna do the complicated stuff. Right now we already are ranging over that, so we don't need... Right. JM Walter, thank you. Look at that. You made it. That's cool. I've never seen... I think the highest I ever got a drop was 98. But I don't know. Anybody else gonna try to drop? You're gonna win this round, J Walter. I don't know why I added an N there. I also like your emote. That's super cool. One day I'll add custom emotes to my channel. So basically, and then the other thing this will do, it'll have a number of workers. Be viral? Matty Two Shoes landed on 100 in his own stream? That's definitely rigged. BV real. BV real. I still think it's BV-real. I don't know. Uh-oh. Jarrafield's got burial. Oh my goodness, I get it now. It's not a V. It's a U. That's one thing that English messes you up on. The fact that U and V are descended from the same Greek letter. So this is my solution. So they would add this. Q message I would have. Make loop Q message, that's fine. And then this would just run worker pool. And we would pass in channel. Yeah, all like that, right? Jarrafield's winning. Yeah. That's what I thought it was the Greek one. Is it the Latin one that U and V are the same on? I don't remember. So in Spanish, W is called W or double V, depending on what region you're in. So that's like, honestly, one of the only ways I remember is the fact that in Spanish thinks it's old enough as a language to maintain that. English does not think it's an old language. What does it not like about number of workers? No, number of workers does not need to be dereferenced right now. So I would have this code. So should the code I put be at the top or the bottom? I think my code should be at the bottom. And their code should be at the top. J Numeno, the game just reset. Morgul. In Swedish, it's double V. Yeah. In Spanish, they say double V most of the time. It's shorter. Because it would be, so in Spanish, it's W or W, and V is like the same thing. You know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. J. Dumeno, you want to weigh in on French, or do you still not speak that language? Oh, Control R. We'll still print this for now. Should we see if I win? Get right on 100. 96.2. Okay. So now, so if I were, oh my gosh, I miss Bim. J. Numeno and his fun parties. Don't even tell me that I'm doing things wrong. I'm not making a real function. I'm making a fake. This isn't a real piece of software. Okay, so they would add that, and I'm providing them all of this. Cool. That seems reasonable for 20 to 30 minutes. Some people will finish that in 5. Hopefully the main people taking this course have not written Go. What was the reason you used the wait group for counting each message and not just... Mostly to educate them on having wait groups. There's no need to, like... yeah, it's mostly just to have an example of a wait group. There's really no explicit need for it at this point. The other thing, one of the questions they have to answer is this concurrent work or parallel work? And right now, we don't have any, like, race conditions. We're not using any mutexes. We're not doing anything, like, really super complicated. But I figured just an example of how to use a wait group would be nice, and then we'll just talk about the when. And if they ask me, whoop-de-doo. Like, it's not really providing any functional benefit at this point. Besides, yeah, it just, all we do is we add it and then mark it done. And then there is a wait right here. That's it. Yeah. There's not always a real benefit for everything, just sometimes, if you think about it. Cool. So in this queue message, I'm gonna do a function. So if I do get messages, right now, that would be this. Oh, is this the one that you were editing? Oh, I should check your PR. Oh. Yeah, you just killed it? Yeah. That's fine. Oh, yes, okay, I see. Hey, Ivor, how you doing? So, Jerafield, I did have this. Sorry. Yes, you're correct. I did have it written like that when I first wrote it last week. But instead of having it off of the number of workers, I was doing it off of the number of... yes. I did it off of the number... I was doing it... I did it off of, like, the number of channels or something. Not the number of channels, but not the number of channels, but the length of the channel. And that was my problem. Prometheus, thank you for that follow. I like that better. I'm gonna go ahead and approve your stuff though, and then I'll pull it down. Prometheus, that's awesome. Sorry, you're correct. Oh look, you didn't break any of my stuff. Cool. Yeah, I'll pull your stuff down. Thanks. What? We're gonna cause merge conflicts. That's what we're gonna do right now. Told you. Jay Numeno, when did you stop following me? Was that 5 seconds ago? It works on your machine. Yeah. See, Look at that. Isn't that great? What? I have unmerged files. Yeah. It might not make... Look. This is just like a reordering. Let's reorder main file. Of course it works on your machine. It also, I don't, actually, I don't have any water. The checks that I have don't actually check anything right now. It just is kind of from my template. Okay, now I should be able to pull. It didn't do it. Where's my garbage? Okay, so now here, what does it look like? Not you. Of course there's merge conflicts I just pushed up for no reason. That aren't here. I'll save. No, I guess I can't save. Don't save. Oh! No, I wanna... Oh gosh. Accept current. No, where did the cute message go? Oh, it's right there. Oh my gosh. I hate this, except both. Look at this. Yeah. Run worker pool. Wait group wait. Add to the things. Run worker pool. Add workers. Did we kill that? Did we kill that out of queue message? That's gone. Alright, you just give me a second. I'm sure I did something. Actually, watch this. Don't save. Accept incoming, accept incoming, accept incoming. Queue message, yes, that's correct. It just doesn't have the stuff I added, just barely. We do have the go worker. We do want to close it. I don't have a problem with this. There's just something I'm trying to remember, which I don't always remember my things. There was something about, I don't remember. Something about buffered and unbuffered channels, and how closing interacts with how the channel information is read. This channel definitely needed to be closed, so that was irregardless. I needed to add this and clearly missed it, and the linter should have handled it for me. So there's that. I'm going to sit down now. I've been standing for a very long time. I want to sit. Hey, buddy, you're still under my desk. I didn't think you'd be under my desk for this long. You've been under my desk for a very long time, Mr. Max. Oh, now my camera has my head wrong. Right? That's better. Oh yeah, because it's different for the range. No, it's not that the close doesn't work with both. There was just like a little nuance. And it had nothing to do with close, I guess. The difference is there's a little nuance, and I'm just trying to remember something I read between buffered and unbuffered channels. In that with one of the two, I believe it is with the unbuffered channel, it will read, like, the unbuffered channel needs to, like, have the channel be completely full or something before it'll start reading. It was a very weird nuance like that. I honestly, when I work, I do not work with channels enough to remember. I don't use them when I work, like, at all, which is part of the reasons why I included it here. Morgul has a dog named Min. Yes, I have a dog named Max. His name is Oliver Maximus, but we call him Max, or Maxie. And he sleeps under my desk all day, every day. No matter what day it is, he's asleep under my desk when I'm working. I have another dog named Lulu, who invaded my... What is the capacity of an unbuffered channel? Can you print that? J. Newman, can you print the capacity of an unbuffered channel? I read about that too. It has like a default capacity that it like sets up with. I mean, I think it starts out with capacity 0, and then it like, as it adds stuff to the channel, it changes the capacity. It's like a whole thing. Nana, you come to say hi because I said your name? You want to come invade the channel? Come here, come on. You have to come say hi again. Up, oh big girl. Hi. Hi, Twitch. My name is Lulu, and I am beautiful, and I am a Bernedoodle. Hi, hello, is you a good dog? Did you come say hi because you're a pretty girl? Yeah. Okay, you're gonna come sit with Mom? You need to come sit with Mom? Okay. Yeah, it was something I read in Bill Kennedy's book. That was pretty much it. You want me to print the capacity of an unbuffered channel? Let's do it. Why are you barking, babe? That's my max emote. Pretty small. Unfortunate. Still a good boy. This is not Vim. It is 0. Look at that, Dumeno. And then if we were to do... That's how you write to one. I didn't do that wrong, did I? Oh, is it because it... What were you saying? Buffered channels will block the add rewrite when it's full. I thought it only blocked one of them. Is that what you wanted? Was the deadlock? I can't do it on the same Go routine. Oh yeah, okay. This is not Vim. I keep pressing Vim buttons. Capacity still 0. So, capacity must always be, well, I guess there's no guarantee it's been written from yet, is there? Right? When I do this, it would be nothing. It's empty. It literally printed a blank line. Oh, that's fun. Unbuffered channels writes are actually a direct stack-to-stack memory copy sync between two scheduler synced Go routines. How do you know that off the top of your head? And why do they write them to the stack, not the heap? I'm trying to understand the difference between the two, and I only have a week. That's a lie. I know the difference between a stack and a heap. My slides are due in a week for my course, and one of the things I want to talk about is high level stack versus heap, when things are allocated to what, and what a memory leak means. So I mean, you know, all the fun stuff. But it's a lot of things to remember. Like, it's a lot of things to remember, and I honestly, I don't know if I'm quite ready to give up brain space to remember that. Because I want to keep remembering all of my data stuff that I know. And, like, you know, all of my architecture stuff that I know, and, like, all of the dog stuff I know. Yeah, clearly he did a deep dive into Go, probably making all of the open source commits. Probably responsible for half of the commits merged into Go 118.2. Has Go 118.2 been released, or am I just making stuff up at this point? Well, that was a fun exercise. Thanks, Jay Numeno, for forcing me to do things. In 1.3? When was 1.3 released? Well, 1.3 was probably released before I even started writing software, so it's so much stuff to know. It's hard to know all the things. Okay. So they get queue message and worker. We decided that? And then I'm giving them fun things that don't matter until they do. Yes, and I guess that's kind of the point, right? You don't need to know them until you do, and so don't write code until you know what you're doing, right? Like, when you need them, make sure you know what you're doing, I guess is the moral of my story. Yeah, 130 wasn't it still in C++ in that point of history? I don't know. I was not doing Go then for sure. I think I started with 1.10. So in 2018. Oh, you can close it before we do any work on it though, right? Because okay, this is what I was trying to say. Like, we can close this because we're not adding any more data to it. That was all I was trying to say. That was it. I want my keys go. Right? Ha! Yes. Yes. Thank you, Jerfield. That was all I was hoping to get at, honestly. Not even hoping to get at. That's what I needed to remember. Those are the words. Oh, you worked at a shop that used it since the beginning, like Docker? Quit emailing me about Snowflake. I don't want to buy Snowflake from you. Especially at a company I'm not going to work for very long. I'm getting a new job after this. after this Go course, so emails I get to my old job or my old work email address are pretty much a waste. Okay. And now I want to have a function get not movies, messages. Adding message to a closed channel is definitely a bad thing. Oh my goodness. Like service discovery? I don't know. I guess I'm new enough. Oh my gosh. I've never worked at a place that wasn't deploying to Kubernetes. That's literally me right now. I blame Jay Numeno. It is his fault that I've never worked at a place. I don't need that. It's his fault that I've never worked at a place. It's not. It's only partially his fault. Gets slicing messages to surface. So we're going to queue messages. This is now plural. Channel, no. Oh, it's just a channel now, huh? Most things are your fault. You literally want me. Jay Numeno literally wants me to be like, oh, quit telling me how great I am. Tell me how bad I am. I'm like, I can't do that. That's a mean. And he's like, no, I need to be humbled. So, like, whatever. You're working in a nested module. Please open it in a separate workspace folder. Error loading workspace. Get over it. I am working in a nested module for a very specific reason. I know, that didn't do anything. Run. K8 is my preferred architecture for a lot of work. Yeah, a lot of the work I do, but it wasn't always. It's a nice abstraction as it is now. I think everybody should try at least once the feeling when you live edit some production configs on a server using FTP. That's why Jay Numeno wants me to use LampStack on one of my Twitch projects. He's been campaigning for it for a while, and I keep telling him, no, I do not want to do anything in LampStack. Why does this not like me? Oh, and yeah. I knew that. Do I really want to edit things live in production? I mean, I've worked on live production databases. But I don't know if that's something I really want to do. Like, really, really. FTP yeah, I don't know that. No, that's not me. That's definitely not something I've done. Get messages. Worker. That defer work done finishes it at the end of the function. So that's great. The question is, I can just write. Don't we love it when things like generate for you? So this should run, right? Go run example EX -2 channels. Why didn't that print? Oh, I know why. Because this doesn't actually do workers. Right? So which is this? No, don't do anything. Main's a lot cleaner now, though. At the old and that old Perl guru that was straight up able to knock out a glue script in 10 minutes that literally made no sense to anyone but him and the interpreter. Yeah, that... Not me. Do not know how to write Perl. My goodness, that sounds like a party. Yeah, now I'm closing after I queued the messages. I wasn't before, right? Before, now I close, now I queue messages, run worker, and that closes it. So that should work better. Get messages, puts everything in the channel, and then, yeah. Oh, I forgot to do this though. I need to do a worker, workers 1. This doesn't print anything. What did I do? I don't want to dive into this. Everybody's stocks are dropping. Stock prices are tanking right now. I have to start the worker before I add messages. No, I should be able to add them before I start reading from them. I shouldn't be able to have more messages than the buffer size. See, that was why I was adding them every time I added a message, so I couldn't have more messages than the buffer size. That was why I did it. And right now, the buffer size is 10, and I only have 5 messages I'm adding, so it should be fine. Oh gosh, I don't want all these things. I don't want to use separate workspaces. I know it's a new feature of 1.18, but it just seems too hard to set up right now. I would need to add a go.work file. I thought I was getting rid of this one, so okay. You're not wrong. I shouldn't have a problem. I could run them whenever. I just can't close the channels. Why use a buffered channel? There was a reason. There was a reason I chose a buffered channel. I don't remember that reason. And it was a good reason at the time. I could add the close over here, you're right. I like that suggestion. Put the close right here. Oh, no. Yeah, I agree. That's what I did. I closed it whenever we start writing. Right there. Good call. I'm just not printing anything. Oh, I know why. There you go. It works. I didn't actually break anything. Worker 0. Can we try it with 3 workers? Cool. That's all I wanted. I still think... Jane Umeno, you do have a point about the buffer size. If and when I take the time to update this to be smarter, I may remove that. Clean automatic loop exists for the workers. The channel is guaranteed to get consumed to exhaustion, so we'll get garbage collected as well. Yeah, that's also the point. Thank you so much. I guess this is one of the reasons why I'm working on it on the stream, is so that I don't make any stupid mistakes. Seriously. Oh gosh. Because, oh my gosh, you guys are a godsend. A godsend lifesaver. Thank you so much. Anyway, I have to take off. I have to go, and babysit my niece. So, but thank you for everything, you guys, for your PRs and your help and your suggestions and your encouragement and everything. You've been amazing today. I will be live again next Friday, as it is. I've quit working. Like, I won't have a job, so I might as well be on Twitch. And you know, that's always the best part. Feel free to come hang out with me anytime, ever. And I will see you around.